you great items in your home at a Black Friday sale price. This is my pick of the show because here's the thing, I don't mess around when it comes to carbon monoxide and smoke detectors.
Correct.
Every single home needs to have multiples. Actually, on every floor, you want to have a carbon monoxide detector. Some of those carbon monoxide detectors require you to hardwire them. You have to plug them in so they take up an outlet, so you're limited then to where you can place them versus allowing you to have the freedom to place them where you need it, like near some of those larger appliances in our home. So here's what you're getting. It's a carbon monoxide detector with that 10-year sealed freestanding smart alarm for $44.98. That's our Black Friday sale price. Amy D'Angelo's hanging with us. She brings us some of the greatest kind of ease, technology, smartest choices. It's good to see you. 5 easy payments of $9 gets these home. Okay, so what makes this so different than other ones on the market?
USI, first of all, is a leader in the industry, and that's why we love USI. Not only that, this one has a 10-year permanent sealed battery. So when you get it home, all you're gonna do is pull the tab, and on the side, there's a little tiny sticker. You're going to write the date 10 years from now. It's great. 10 years from now.
35, 2035. That's how long this will last you.
I was trying to do math in my head, but I couldn't. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Now, what happens with this one is it's got feet on the bottom, so it is freestanding. You can put it anywhere in your home, or you can hang it. We do give you a screw on the back. There is a spot for that to be hung if you'd like to do that. The thing with carbon monoxide is not every state requires you to have a carbon monoxide detector. And some states that do require you to have a carbon monoxide detector, your home is older and it hasn't been sold, so you don't realize that you don't have one and that you're supposed to have one.
Yeah.
So they call carbon monoxide, unfortunately, the silent killer because you feel like you have the flu, you feel not well, and you go to sleep. And because it's a colorless, odorless, tasteless gas, your home is still going to be Roomba clean. It's still going to be Harry Slatkin smelling candle, amazing.
You can't smell it.
No, and your house is still going to look gorgeous. Without something like this in your home, you will not know that that gas is seeping in through your sheetrock, getting into your ventilation system, and unfortunately wreaking havoc in your home. All it takes, if we could pull up the sources, is one of these items to malfunction one time in your home for you to have a carbon monoxide related leak. And before we do that, I'm actually going to let you hear this.
It's stuff that we all have, like washer and dryer. That's the sound
That's what it sounds like. And you can see there that readout. The gas is measured in parts per million. Please, if you ever, I hope you buy this today and never ever hear it go off. But if you do hear it go off, please grab your loved ones and run out. Don't go looking for that number. They will find it. Emergency services will figure it out. But you may say, well, I don't have a portable heater and I don't have a chimney. You probably have a car, a clothing dryer, a range, a vent. You may not have a fireplace or a generator, but you probably have a furnace or a water heater. And the only thing that needs to happen is one of those items needs to malfunction one time in your home to have a carbon monoxide related incident. And it comes from the incomplete combustion of fossil fuels, your coal, your wood, your oil, the things that power all of those sources. It just malfunctions and you have a gas leak, and that's carbon monoxide leak.
This you can also take with you.
Yes.
So I remember this was a couple years ago. We loved to go to Maine every year. We were staying in this little cabin, and the very first night there, I woke up at like 2 or 3 a.m. because I was like, oh my gosh, I do not know if there was a carbon monoxide detector. I couldn't remember when we booked it if I checked that there was. I got up, I checked, there was one. But if you ever stay at a rental property, bring it yourself.
Yeah.
Make sure you have it. Right, take safety into your own hands. Don't rely on other people. But think about this, because of all those things that Amy just talked about, what could emit carbon dioxide, or monoxide, I'm sorry, carbon monoxide, I make sure you have one on every level of your home, especially near the bedrooms.
Correct.
Okay? That's really important. But if you're wondering, yeah, could this really happen? This hits very, very close to home with us as a QVC family. So I want you to hear a story from our loved host, Pat. Take a listen.
Hi, I'm Pat James Dementry, and I wanted to take just a moment to share something very personal and sort of a mission, and that is to make sure you and your family and the people you love have a carbon monoxide detector. You know, I had a carbon monoxide detector for years, plugged it in, never thought about it. I only had one. One night when I was laying in bed, it went off, but just for a couple of minutes. I didn't really think anything about it. Went through my day, got off the air. On the way home, something said to me, you know what, maybe you should go buy a new one, because I thought that one was broken. So I'll be honest, I stopped, I bought one for each floor. When I got them home and I plugged them in, they were blaring. Because realize carbon monoxide is odorless, it didn't smell like anything, and I thought it couldn't be happening to me. Well, thank goodness I did that, because those carbon monoxide detectors saved my life and my family's life. When I called 911, they came and they made sure that everything was fine.
I love what Pat said.
Yes.
In that I thought that it wouldn't happen to me.
Couldn't.
Right, it could never happen to me.
happen.
Those are just stories you hear on the news. It's a very real risk in every single home. This carbon monoxide detector has that 10-year sealed freestanding battery. And I love that it's freestanding because you're not then limited to only where you can plug something in. You're also not limited to having to hardwire something. Listen,
Correct.
I could never figure that out. $44.98, and that's the sound it emits. Amy, the other day we were unpacking and I had a suitcase and I actually bumped the test alarm.
Oh,
and my husband was
panicked.
downstairs with the kids and immediately goes, "What was that?" And I was like, "Oh, all good." I pressed the test button. He goes, "You sure?" Because that's the seriousness that you
Correct.
should take when an alarm like this goes off.
Yeah.
Right? Even if it was ever a false alarm, better safe than sorry, because it's a very sorry situation if you don't take it seriously.
No, and we have Pat's story, we have Sandra's story, we have Alberti's story, I have a friend's story. The more you talk about it, the more you realize it's touched someone in their lives somehow. And you just need to make sure that your family is protected. I always say this, please call 911 when you're out of the house, when you're sitting in your car, when you're at your neighbor's house. Let emergency services do their job, because again, my girlfriend's story, she was cooking for the holidays. Her stove malfunctioned on the second or third day of cooking, something she had been using for days. It malfunctioned, they had a carbon monoxide leak, but it filled up their home for like a day or so, and they were lucky that they got out when they did.
Wow.
But this is something that we have to take seriously. And again, placement. We recommend one on each and every level of your home.
Okay.
If you live in a ranch style home, you probably want to put one on either end of your home.
Sure.
Because you need to hear it. And I pick on my dad, my poor dad, he's 95, his hearing is going. He sleeps in a room with the door closed. I have an additional one in his room because I need him to be able to hear that sound.
That's a good point. So bedrooms, we have them in all of our bedrooms in our home.
Correct.
And then make sure they're in every floor of your home.
Correct.
And look, you can attach it. You know, if you
Yeah.
want to tuck it into a little spot, you can have a nail or screw, hang it on the wall, right? It's super, super easy. Remind us again what the pull
That is
for.
going to activate that battery. So once you pull it, it will activate the battery. And I do this just to show you. It's smaller than my iPhone.
Yeah.
It doesn't take up a lot of space in your home. It is not, a big eyesore. When you put it on, as you saw in the video, when you put it on a bookshelf, it kind of blends into the background.
Yeah, good
But
point.
this is that noise. Again, I'm going to sound it for you. If you hear it, don't go looking for the readout. The gas is measured in parts per million. Grab your loved ones. Don't forget about your fur babies, because they also breathe the air and you need to get them out. Get everyone to safety and then call emergency services. Again, it is common sources, and if we could bring that up one more time, in your home, and everyone thinks, well, it can't happen to me. My home looks perfect. My home smells perfect. It comes from portable heaters, chimneys, automobiles, clothing dryers, range, vent, your fireplace, a generator. If you're using a generator, please keep it away from your home because we know that that's a source. Your furnace and your hot water heater. So only one of those items needs to malfunction for you to have a carbon
Some of
monoxide
those things,
incident.
a clothing dryer,
Yeah.
your, oven vent,
Yep.
your furnace, your water heater. I have all of those. I may not have a
Yes.
generator, but I'm like checking all the boxes. I'm like, wait a second. I have an automobile, and so do you, and so does your home. So make sure you have these. This is also something to think about. Like you thought about your dad, making sure he has and has
Yes.
multiples. $44.98. If you and your family like to travel, you get a rental property, bring one with you.
Yeah, and Allie, this is the gift. Unlike the chocolates and the cookies and the popcorn that disappears, this is the gift that when you give it to someone, you're thinking of them for the next 10 years and their safety, and
Yeah.
you're showing them how much you love them.
If you haven't replaced your carbon monoxide detector in some time, now's the time to replace them. Many of them do expire.
They do.
So grab these now, $44.98 on that Black Friday sale price as well, V45092. Amy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Always good to see you. I'm surprised she's still standing. She had a today's special value.